Country Cookin'. I'm your hostess, Cindy Schumacher. On today's show, we'll be making chicken taco salad, refried bean dip, Roxy's punch, and crunchy chocolate oatmeal cookies. I have a helper today. This is Evie Schumacher. This is our granddaughter, and she's 11 years old. She'll be 12 in just a couple weeks, but she's here visiting, so she's good in the kitchen, so she's our helper today. We're going to start with the crunchy chocolate chip cookies so we can get those in the oven baking. And we're starting out with 2 cups of brown sugar packed and half pound of butter, which is 2 sticks. So, so Evie's going to get started mixing that. Now in a separate bowl, we've got 3½ cups of quick cook oats, and to this we're going to add 1½ cups of flour, and a teaspoon of baking soda. And once that gets fluffy, then we're going to stir in 2 eggs. Let's pop the eggs in. And a teaspoon of vanilla. These are a quick, easy cookie, and they're a little bit healthy because you've got the oats. So anytime we can add healthy to our baked goods is a good thing. There we go. Okay, once she's got those incorporated, then we'll mix in our oats and flour and soda. And this takes a little bit of time because there's so many oats, so just be patient. And Evie's going to keep on mixing until it gets all incorporated. Now these are put on greased cookie sheets. If you have, I'm using DeMaro cookie sheets because you don't have to grease those. So they've got the Silpat, but if you don't have something like that, then you're going to want to spray the cooking spray or grease your cookie sheets. How's it coming? Good. Okay. Just grab a spatula and we'll just kind of scrape the edges. Looks like it's good. Now we're going to go ahead and you want to stir in the chocolate chips. Just dump the bag in. It's 6 ounces, which is a half of a bag of semi-sweet chocolate chips. I've preheated my oven to 375. Make sure you know your oven. If your oven heats a little bit hot, you might want to drop it down to 350. These cookies bake up fast, so although it says about 12 to 14 minutes, I find that oftentimes they're done in closer to 10 minutes. So just make sure you watch because you don't want to burn. Okay, Evie, I'll have you start taking droppers and on the cookie sheet like that. Now, if you want a copy of any of these recipes, if you don't have internet, give the girls at Valley a call. They'll be happy to help you with a copy of the recipe. If you do have internet, you go to the Valley website, www.valleytel.net. Click on the Country Cookin' Cow, you'll find all the recipes there. So what we're going to do is we'll start with the refried bean dip while she's doing this. And I have a can of refried beans. You can use the fat-free or the regular. Doesn't make a difference, and to me they taste the same. I did buy traditional this time. Now, this is one of those dips that you can, if I'm making it in the winter time, I might put it under the broiler for just a few minutes and melt everything. In the summertime, I just leave it chilled, and it's a little more refreshing that way. So it's a good dip for no matter what season you're using or that you're preparing it in. That one done. Okay, let you go ahead and get the next one. So whatever, if you have a pretty summer dish or something that you want to spread this on, you can do that. I'm putting it in just one of those inexpensive things you can buy at a discount store that has a lid, so I can put it in the refrigerator until I'm ready to use it. Now, on top of the bean, we're going to spread sour cream, 16 ounces. You're flexible on this. If you feel like you've got enough with a little bit less, that's okay. I always stir my sour cream to kind of smooth it out a little bit so you don't have lumpy stuff. And you spread that over the top. This is kind of a fun meal to have, like if you've got 4th of July family coming or something, and you want to do some things in advance so that you can enjoy yourself too while everybody else is having fun, then you're not stuck in the kitchen. So if you have some things you can make up in advance, that's going to be, you're going to enjoy your time a little more. If you have homemade salsa, go ahead and use that. Ready to put that in? Okay. I'll let you spread the salsa around here. Give you a spoon. I'm going to get spoiled having Evie here with me. I'm not going to know how to act when she's not around. Okay, after she's done with spreading the salsa, then we sprinkle the cheese, and then we're going to top it with green onions. If you want to add something else like black olives for color or something, you can do that, but it's delicious just how it is. So that's good. Then we'll just sprinkle the cheese all over the top. And here again, you're flexible. I have 2 cups of cheddar cheese, and you can use sharp, medium, or mild, whatever you prefer. You want to finish on that, Evie? And then so that it's to your liking. And then we'll sprinkle it with the green onions, and that's all there is to it. It's like I said, in the winter time, if you want it to be a hot dip, then you would put it on an oven-proof dish like a pizza pan or something, and then just pop it under the broiler for a few minutes until the cheese melts, until it kind of heats through. Good? Okay. And this is anywhere from 4 to 6 green onions, depending on how big they are. This time of the year, they're nice and big, so I'm using 4 actually, but the recipe calls for. So it looks like that. We're gonna pop it in the refrigerator. We'll take a quick break. We'll be right back.
Blazing fast broadband internet from Valley is now available and better than ever. Let us help you decide which speed is best for you. The 50 meg speed would be sufficient for 1 to 4 devices, mainly emailing and surfing the web. Our 100 meg speed works great for 5 to 8 devices and multiple users streaming and downloading video. If you have 8 devices or more that are simultaneously streaming or gaming, or if you have a medium-sized business, the 250 meg speed would work best for you. For extreme heavy home or work from home use, or if you have a medium to large business using 15 or more devices, you may want to consider our 500 meg download speed to fit your needs. And if you're a home or business that needs it all, we have our 1000 meg, 1 gig broadband internet speed. Call our office today at 437-2615 and talk with one of our staff members to pick the speed that's best for you.
Okay, we've got our first batch of cookies done. We're going to let them cool on the rack before I transfer them, but we'll just set them right here. Okay. All right, we're gonna get the salad dressing made so that it can start to chill. So we're gonna start with go ahead and do the tablespoon of fresh lemon juice. I'll work on the avocados while you do that. It takes a medium avocado. You want to make sure that your avocado is ripe enough, because if it's not ripe, then it's not going to mash up well. Okay, so what do you want? The sour cream?
Yep.
Half cup of sour cream. I'll go ahead and use my finger. They're used to me using my fingers on the stove. Okay, 1/4 cup of vegetable oil. A clove of garlic minced. I always put my lids back on so that you don't knock it over and spill it. That would be bad, to spill a whole bottle of oil. Okay, I'll get you a knife to grab that off. That's great. And if you don't have fresh garlic, you can use the garlic in the jar. And if you don't have that, you can use garlic powder. I would use about half of what it calls for, which is, it calls for 1 clove of garlic. If you are using garlic powder, then use a half a teaspoon. Okay, so what do you got next?
Sugar.
Half teaspoon of sugar. And a half teaspoon of chili powder. Fourth teaspoon of salt. Okay, and a 1/4 teaspoon of hot pepper sauce. I'm using Tabasco. Brand new bottle. Sorry about that, it was a brand new bottle. We have to open it up. You probably noticed that we're in a new location. This is our new house. We've only been here for about 5 days, so I'm still getting used to where I put everything in such a hurry when we moved in. Don't want to shake. There you go. All right, I'll let you mix that in and start slowly so that it doesn't splatter everywhere. Okay, and after that's blended, then we're gonna wanna chill it, and then we'll start assembling the salad. I'll let you start with the salad, Abby. We've got, the recipe calls for a half of a medium head of lettuce. The lettuce that was in the store when I bought my groceries was kind of small, so I'm just using the whole head of lettuce. And you're supposed to shred it or finely chop it so it's easy to eat. So we're gonna layer it then. And we've got 2 cups of cooked and cubed chicken. I'm using chicken breast. If you want to use, if you want to cook a whole chicken and use thighs and whatever else, you can certainly do that. So she's layering that. And then next, we're going to add a whole tomato chopped. I bought cherry tomatoes and sliced them because, go ahead, because the larger tomatoes in the stores, my tomatoes aren't quite in yet, so we're using cherry tomatoes so that we have the bright red color. And then next we have a half cup of sliced ripe olives. And then scallions, which it's hard to find scallions in our area, so I'm using red onion. That will be, sweet and give it a little bit more color. And next we've got the bacon. This is 8 slices of bacon that we've fried crisp and crumbled. And then we have 3/4 cup of shredded cheddar cheese. Here again, like I always say, use the kind of cheese that you want. If you like it, the sharp flavor of cheddar cheese, you could do that. This is mild, or you can do a medium, but spread that around and you can see how pretty it looks. And then just before you serve, you want to crumble corn chips over the top. I like to use the taco chips because they add to the taco flavor since it's a chicken taco salad. So we're going to have Evie go ahead and crumble some chips over the top, and we'll take a quick break and get cleaned up. We'll be right back. Okay, we're going to work on Roxy's Punch. This recipe comes from a little restaurant in Missouri and this is their signature drink in the summertime, and they go through gallons and gallons of it a day. So Evie's gonna mix it for us, and I'm just using a great big gallon jar because it's easy and the sides go up and protect it. So why don't we start with a little bit of the water, and then I'll have you mix the other ingredients, and then you can top it off with the rest of the water. We have 8 cups of cold water, and it doesn't have to be that cold if you are going to be chilling it in your refrigerator for a while. But so then she's going to add a cup of sugar. I want you to give that a little bit of a stir and kind of dissolve that before we add the rest of the ingredients. In the meantime, I'm going to clean some strawberries for garnish. I have this little strawberry holder, and this is one of my favorite gadgets in the kitchen. It just pops the stem out so easily, and then you save a lot of the strawberry instead of cutting off the top. It seems like you always waste some of the strawberry. Okay, now she's going to add a cup of lemon juice, and you can use fresh squeezed lemon juice, or you can use lemon juice in a bottle like we're using today. If the strawberries are fairly small, you just cut them in half. We put the last of the cookies in the oven. So when those are done, we're just about ready to eat. So we'll get the punch done, and by then the last of the cookies should be done. Go ahead and dump that in. This is can of frozen orange juice concentrate. You don't want to dilute it because we'll be adding all the water and everything else, the lemon juice to it. Okay, she's going to add the rest of the water. If you want to add some food coloring to it, you can do that. I'm going to add just a little bit of red just to kind of give it a blush tone. Be careful. So it looks kind of peachy. Okay, we'll drop the strawberries in there. Let's, we're going to get a prettier picture now that we have it all done. So before we take a quick break, I want to remind you, if you want a copy of any of these recipes and you don't have internet, give the girls at Valley a call. They'll be happy to help you with a copy of the recipes. And if you do have internet, you just go to the Valley homepage, www.valleytel.net, and you'll see the Country Cookin' Cow on the side. You click on that, you'll find all the recipes from today, from any of the other previous shows, all the way back to when Mary was doing the show. So we'll take a quick break, we'll be right back.
Internet is here. Valley now has higher broadband speeds of up to 1 gigabit. Get the bandwidth you need for all your devices at one time. Gaming with no lag time. Video stream your favorite movies instantly in HD quality. Video chat with friends and family without interruption. Download your favorite music and photos in seconds. All on our 100% fiber optics network. Valley offers managed Wi-Fi and backup services too, bringing together all the services you need. Valley Telecommunications Cooperative.
Okay, we're ready to eat. We've got we'll start with the salad. You can toss the salad if you like, or just let people just take it themselves and kind of do their thing. And you can, if you toss it, you can go ahead and toss the salad dressing on. I'm going to just do this and just put a dollop of the dressing on the top. We'll put a little bit of the refried bean dip on the side. Got the chips. And we've got the cookies, so I think we're ready. We've got the chicken taco salad, the refried bean dip, Roxy's Punch, and the crunchy chocolate oatmeal cookies. Thanks for joining us today on this edition of Country Cookin'. We'll see you next time.